Oh, that's definitely on me. God, StreamYard can be such a pain in the ass. Let's start that over. I'm Pat, Pure MTG here with another episode of Cardboard Conversations. I think I'm doing this one solo. Matt's got a bunch of stuff going on, and Bob as well has had a pretty busy return once he got back from Gen Con. I know the feeling. I've definitely been a little bit tasked with some things, resuming life after a good long vacation. Great time though out in Indianapolis. Got to meet everybody from the podcast in person. Got to play some Magic with everybody, along with a bunch of other games. We got to do the yet unreleased Star Wars trading card game that's called Star Wars Unlimited. Got some pretty sweet promos from it too. Really cool events. Pardon me. Otherwise, got to see so much. I don't even, haven't really unpacked it yet. Pardon. Really phenomenal people the whole time. It was really interesting getting to meet so many different people, different types of gamers. There were all sorts of board gamers. You had a lot of trading card players. There was Pokemon tournaments going on, lots and lots of Magic play the whole time, and even some Disney Lorcana stuff. Now, that was definitely a real big attractor for the event. It was the first time you could physically get your hands on Lorcana as a product. And boy, the lines there the whole time were absolutely nuts. I think it was Saturday night, 10 o'clock or so, Saturday night, we saw people lined up already for the Sunday morning selling of the product. Now, it usually only lasted for a couple of hours. There was, I believe, a limit of about 1,000 boxes per day that they were selling. Along with that were some starter decks and card sleeves and stuff like that. Now, I didn't get any of it myself. What they did have was some Gen Con exclusive stuff. They had a puzzle where if you bought anything at the Disney booth that was $25 or more, you ended up getting a Mickey Mouse promo card, which is currently going for about $100 each. So just doing that a couple of times, I ended up making some pretty decent bank back on it. Got a nice stipend for my travel expenses, as it were. Same thing with those Star Wars Unlimited cards. Looks like those are selling pretty decently too. And as you can see, the internet has not gotten any better for me once I returned. Still kind of a wonderful Vermont thing. It's great to be back, though. The travels were pretty wild. The convention, everything went real smooth, as planned, as it were. Well, it would have been nice if we were able to get our hands on some of that sweet, sweet Disney product, but the lines were just too ridiculous. There's no way I'm going to wait 5, 6, 7 hours to be able to get my hands on just a booster box of something. Just not worth it for me. Although there were a lot of people that were turning them around and instantly flipping them and getting some money off of it, which was pretty wild to see how quickly people were turning the product over. That day, I saw people just right there in the crowd selling it for hundreds of dollars of profit. Yeah, those lines were ridiculous. Yep. I actually got to meet Liam from the Illumateers, and he's been doing some really good coverage of Gen Con from the side of just the Lorcana stuff. Pretty wild. I got a little bit of footage. We're trying to edit some videos and stuff together so you guys can see some of the behind the scenes stuff from it. Really wild time. There were so many like cosplayers and furry people and stuff. A lot of people with like those little ears on and tails and shit. Not really my scene, but everybody was super nice the whole time. Since it was really busy, it was pretty packed. You ended up having to, share table space with random people that you never met before. So it was really cool meeting all sorts of different people. Got a lot of business cards, got a lot of people lined up already for the podcast. Pretty sweet stuff. One of the vendors that Matt and I ended up talking to for a while ended up being the creator of a TCG called Legions Realms at War. So far, it's pretty cool. Both of us have ordered a bit of product from them. So definitely look forward to seeing some of that pack opening stuff. Really interesting fella. Got a lot of really cool design choices that they went through, and got him lined up not too long from now, hopefully, for a podcast episode. So definitely going to be checking out some of that. Pardon me. Fox is my furry. Yeah, there was a dude with like a whole, probably a dude. I don't know. The stature kind of gives it away, but whole get up with like the big, looked like a fucking mascot. Yeah, looked like they were gonna sell me insurance or a car at like 15% off or something. But again, everybody was super nice, really pleasant time. Got to do a draft of Commander Legends for our boss raids. So super cool time. Commander raids, definitely you are able to do a draft environment for it. Took a little bit longer, of course, because you're passing around cards and stuff, but wicked fun time. Great to see that we were able to actually pull that off, that there's another format you're able to unlock for it. So pardon me, still a little bit sick after all the travels and stuff. So like I was saying before, the convention itself, phenomenal time. The travels were the issues I had. So I was leaving from Indianapolis Sunday afternoon. 5:30 was my flight from Indianapolis to Washington, D.C. All right. So get on the airplane. I'm not a huge fan of flying, but it is what it is. We got stuck in the air. There were some terrible storms going on, so they weren't able to land us for an hour once we arrived. So we just kept fucking circling. Once they did finally get us down, they delayed our flight right away for my connecting flight back up to Vermont. Delayed it 2 hours right away. They were telling us that the pilot for our flight had to get rerouted to another airport because the storms were getting too bad. We didn't have a flight crew, but we did have our co-pilot. Hey, what up, Newbrain? Just regaling people with the shitty events with the airline and stuff. So at this point, it is technically Monday morning, about 1 o'clock or so, and I'm in Washington, D.C. when they finally cancel my flight. I get on. So once they cancel it, everybody lines up. Probably 150 people line up right away for American Airlines customer service. And I realized, man, this is going to be at least an hour and a half if just me standing there or sitting on the fucking floor, because it's 1 a.m. I'm tired of shit. I'm real wore out. So I get on the American Airlines app on my phone. Probably takes about 10 minutes for me to get a customer service rep. So once I finally go ahead, I get a rep on the phone, figure out that it'll be at least 46 hours before they can fly me out. 46 hours, it would be me from Washington, D.C. to Philadelphia, stay a night there in either the fucking airport or get a hotel or some shit, and then fly me out to Burlington, or wait 2 full days, 48 hours straight up, before my flight would land going from DC to Burlington. So I said, fuck this shit. I ain't got the time or noise for this. I'm not sleeping in airports over and over. I'm not a fucking homeless person. We'll get to those guys. So I tell the person on customer service, cancel my flight. I've already got a Amtrak ticket. Said, fuck it. Went on Amtrak, was able to get a train from Washington, D.C. to Vermont fucking 6 hours later. So got a refund on the last portion of my flight. Went to the American Airlines baggage claim so I can get my bag back because they were holding on to it. Wait there for about an hour, hour and a half. Finally get my shit. Hey, what up, Four Keeps? Good. Just regaling some people with the travel stories here. So I finally get my bag. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. Fucking Washington, D.C. Yeah, as you can imagine, not in the best of moods. So I go outside, bumming cigarettes off of people because, well, I don't travel with cigarettes and a lighter for some reason. But go outside, get in line for the taxi, get a taxi from the airport over to Union Station. Well, let me tell you guys, Union Station in Washington, D.C. at 2:30 in the morning is not a great fucking experience. Okay? There's There's definitely a homeless problem nowadays in America, unlike what I had ever seen when I was young. And the amount of people that are strung out on drugs in Union Station in DC at 2:30 in the fucking morning is really surprising. Luckily, they have 24-hour security for exactly this reason. So, hanging out, talking with Rico, one of the nice fellas that works there on overnight security, shooting the shit, kind of doing whatever, just walking around the place. Once you get inside, it's reasonably, there's nobody else there. It's just fucking me wandering around for a couple of hours because it's not like I'm gonna sleep in the back of it, just in some like little alley, like back room. No, that's not how it fucking works. So I just like dicked around on my phone, just did whatever for a couple hours. Train's supposed to leave at 8 o'clock, so time passes. 5 o'clock, shit starts opening up. They got like McDonald's and like a CVS pharmacy in there, all sorts of different shit. So I get myself a little bit of a breakfast, little sausage, egg, and cheese mixed sandwich, nice hash brown. Love me a fucking hash brown. Big old belly. Of course, I love me a hash brown. Nice coffee. Got me zooming again. I haven't slept. It's been 20 hours at that point that I had just not been asleep the whole time. So shit starts coming alive. People are coming in. I go down to the CVS, fill up my backpack with all sorts of snacks and goodies and shit, some candy bars and trail mix nuts and, drinks and shit like that. Get myself a pack of smokes and a lighter. Fucking A. I love it. I went outside, started instantly getting asked by people for cigarettes because that's just how it fucking works. If you, so I light up a cigarette and I think I gave out 4 of them. So for every 1 cigarette, I gave out like 4. Fucking ridiculous. So train's supposed to leave at 8:05, gets moved to a different track. So they have to push it back to 8:35. Just so fucking tired at that point. Finally, get on the train. And they have these things called quiet cars. I did not know about this. It's been a while since I've been on a choo-choo train. Fucking love these things even more than I did before. So in a quiet car, you have to be quiet. As I'm walking on the platform, about to get into it, one of the, conductors, this is a very grizzled woman. Well, see, that's the thing, Ed. Apparently, TSA does not give a shit about weed pens. Because I went through security a whole bunch of times and was able to just continually vape. And people just did not give a shit. So every once in a while, I just go outside and vape. Once I get on the train, lady says to me, hey, it's going to be like a library in here. If you talk, you got to get out. If you get a phone call, you got to leave. If you do anything except snore, be quiet, you got to leave. I was like, hey, lady, all I want to do is sleep. It's supposed to be a 12-hour train ride. 51 stops. Yeah, and that's about what it was. We got stuck in New Haven, Connecticut for a little bit when they were doing our engine swap. They had to bring in a different fucking engine. It's like a thing they do. And we had some passengers on another train that was delayed. So we were there for like 40 minutes. So I just huffed down a bunch of Marlboro Reds, got back on the train, had myself a nice $9 can of beer. It actually was really nice. Caught a nice little buzz just staring out the window. And like I said, I was able to just go to the bathroom and, catch myself a nice little buzz. Had my, nicotine vape pen thing. So I was also just chilling the whole time. And it was really fucking comfortable. Honestly, it was nicer than sitting in my Honda. Like, really comfortable seat. Nobody sat next to me. There was a dude in front of me. Nobody sitting next to him. There was some kid across from me. Nobody was next to him. Fucking A, man. It was just not very packed in there. And at times it goes really fast. I took a screen cap. We were going 106 in a 35-mile-an-hour zone. Fucking ridiculous. Trains go stupid fast. And I mean, I put on my noise canceling headphones and just fell asleep, wrapped my bag around my foot. My travel thing was right above me, just slept for a good couple of hours, wake up every once in a while, just walk around the train, go take a piss, go back to sleep, watch some shit on YouTube. It was definitely way fucking better than flying. But throughout the convention and just like airlines and train stations and hey, what up, hillbilly? Just between all the travels and stuff, my throat has been sore as shit over the last couple of days. Also, getting home and smoking heavily has not helped my throat all too much. But yeah, the convention, absolute fucking blast. Meeting up with the guys, and Bob's daughter came along too, Amy. She did our D&D campaign with us as well. She was our cleric, our healer. So it was really cool to get to meet her in person. Bob, Matt for the first time as well. We all hung out together the whole convention. Bob and Amy did have to dip back to their home on Saturday. So all of Saturday and Sunday was just Matt and I, and got to go around, really hang out on the exhibit floor, check out a lot of vendors and stuff. Really cool time. So Superfast says you have to plan on delays with a train. Our train home was 9 hours late due to fires in California. It's interesting you say that, because they did say once we got to about Connecticut or so that as we went further north, we would end up getting more and more delayed because of the damage to the tracks from the recent flooding and storms we had up here, which I didn't think anything about. But throughout the whole travel on the train, we ended up being like an hour and 15 minutes late over the entirety of the train ride. So instead of 12 hours, it ended up just being over 13, which still, man, I feel way more confident in that than in getting the American Airlines, like, to go through them and get to the right fucking place nowadays. It's just ridiculous. Same flooding problem in Colorado area. Damn, dude, that sucks. Yeah, like, weather has changed, climate has changed, and it seems like it's only getting more and more impactful. I was just watching something from Vlog Brothers, and they were showing that this past year has been the largest like increase in water temperature on record. That there's just been a huge spike. So weather is definitely going to be getting more and more fucked over the next couple of years, and there's like nothing we can do about it because it's fucking weather. I mean, what are you going to do about clouds and rain and shit? I mean, we just had like millions of dollars of damage here. And I put up a video here on the channel of just the fucking floods in the capital of Vermont. It's just ridiculous. It still hasn't recovered. I still can't get my fucking mail. It's just ridiculous. And it's only going to get worse. And it's impacting more and more people. I think it's something like 90% of all people live within 200 miles of the coast, because that's just how humanity works. And that's the places that are getting impacted the most. So fuck me. Hold on to your bootstraps, right? I fucking love Kool-Aid. Grape drink, you're my best friend. Nothing like cold grape drink. The ocean is dead and so are we. Dude, the ocean is coughing a whole fucking lot. It's pretty bad. Although we are finding some really cool shit in there nowadays. Not just dead billionaires at the bottom of the ocean. Cacao, it is not too soon. We are finding microplastics every fucking where. That really worries the shit out of me. That I saw a study they did. It was hundreds of people, something like 300 plus people. They took samples from all of them and found microplastics in every single person's gastrointestinal tract, because it's just so ubiquitous. There's plastic in everything and in everyone. And I mean, shit, I'm drinking out of a fucking Nalgene. It's a plastic container. Yeah, I know it's like a good chemically safe, a very shelf stable plastic. What up, Solar God? But at the same time, it's also plastic. So yeah, like, it's fucked. I think that's one of the reasons why that Liquid Death company is becoming so popular nowadays, because over 90% of all aluminum that's ever been mined and put into production is still in production, because we recycle the shit out of it. So that Liquid Death company definitely doing helpful. A credit card a week. Yeah, Yeah, I heard some statistic that it was just about the same thing. That the average American, because of the amount of microplastics and just terrible food handling, the average American eats about one credit card per week in plastic weight. Yeah. So, woo, good times, right? Yeah, happy fucking Saturday. What is a happy Saturday, right? I don't have to work today. I was able to catch up on a bunch of shit around my apartment. Been doing this whole like sobriety thing. It's not easy. So thanks everybody for the support, and big shout out to everybody else who's going through a hard time with it. But man, I have come to realize the less I drink, the better my apartment looks. Whoever this drunk Pat guy is a fucking slob. He never takes out the garbage, makes a mess, leaves shit everywhere, cooks the weirdest food. It never tastes right when you're not like boozed up. Talk about the consumer, for real. No, of course I'm still smoking weed, Ed. I'm not. Get the fuck out of here. I gotta live. Jesus, not smoking weed. I guess you're right. I'm not smoking weed. I'm just smoking straight hash because I grow, so I have a pretty good supply. So I just smoke fucking hash the whole. Yeah, this nut is not that sober. Fuck, yeah, problems, but not whatever. So, been cleaning the apartment. Been actually playing way too much of Baldur's Gate 3. One of the best fucking games I have ever played. I'm actually gonna try and stream some of it tomorrow, I think. Depends if my buddy's gonna do co-op with me, because for some fucking reason these guys were like, oh yeah, multiplayer, of course, why not do that in D&D? That makes the most sense, duh. But somehow they were able to get the technical hurdle of it and actually present a really high quality product. Dude, Baldur's Gate 3, top 5 games I've ever played. Since I got it on like Thursday, I've put in I think like 24 hours of actual game time too. Fucking wild. It's D&D, but a computer game. And I got a pretty sweet rig for a computer, so it looks fucking incredible. Looks phenomenal. The interactions are so top at this point. Taking an enemy and using them as an improvised weapon against another enemy, like picking up a goblin and killing a goblin with them, there's just nothing like that. You don't get that experience in anything else. Halo, fucking great game, but you don't get to just shove somebody off of a cliff as a bonus action. I ended an entire encounter. I was fighting some Githyanki dragon riders, and we're like up on top of a bridge. They're down to like 7 health, and I say, yeah, fuck it, and just push them right off. Bitch screams, lands on her back. Dunsky start looting her corpse. Yeah. Baldur's Gate 3, fucking great time. Graphically, looks great. Really engaging as far as the storyline. There's all the side quests in the world. Fucking tops. Leeloo Dallas, multi-pass. Abso-fucking-lutely, Ed. You got it. Yeah. Been gaming a bit. Been just trying to be productive and stuff. Yeah. Got to get back to recording some videos. I've got a decent amount of Magic product here, but it's kind of disappointing opening it nowadays because, I mean, nothing really fucking matters as far as price value, just because it's just going to get reprinted in the next, if it hasn't been reprinted and the price decimated, opening up a box of Magic cards and then pulling out and going, oh man, this is such a great card. And then you see that it's now $12. Yeah, it takes a little bit of the air out of my balloon, not floating as high off of it. When you open up a pack of cards and you say, holy shit, this card is worth $100, it makes you go, hooey. I mean, when I pulled that alt art Japanese demonic tutor, when I was doing a bottle with Big Backs Dave, right? Holy shit. I mean, my hands were shaking. I was hooting and hollering. This is the fucking thing. This is the thing. Oh my God. Yeah. You don't get that feeling when the card's worth $650. I mean, just 100%. Buy an old box and open that instead. But see, Ed, that is too similar to gambling for me at that point. And I guess that opening a box of Magic cards in general is fucking gambling. Let's all be honest. Wizards can't admit it, but I certainly can. buying an older box of Magic cards is just way too high of a price point for me to get into it. I'm not looking to spend 250 or more on a Magic the Gathering product. I mean, that's why I just would not touch anything from Commander Masters. See, man, a lot of people have been getting into that shit. Buddy of mine, yet unnamed, we're still looking to get some shit done for an episode for an interview. But friend of mine is really getting into Fate Grand Archive. He's doing some like ambassador shit for him, right? And while I was at the convention, I was able to get some of these support box things. And they only give them out at conventions, and not give out, they only sell them at conventions. And it's I think it was $30, and you get like 8 tiny little packs, and you can get some cards that are between $500 and $1,000. And it's fucking wild that some people will pay that shit for a very unknown TCG still. I mean, they had a booth, they were, putting out products. They're known, but at the same time, they're not, the big 3, the big 4 at this point. It's not really gambling when the house always wins. I think it's still gambling, but that's how it should be, though, right, Coach? Is that the house is supposed to win? Otherwise, Mohegan Sun would shut down. What the fuck would they do then? You can't sell gas for $5 a gallon if you don't have a casino that runs it, The house has got to keep winning. It's the only reason why they're able to continue right along. I mean, Wizards of the Coast, their run has been a huge aberration. Probably the same thing with Pokemon. For way too long, people have been able to open up product and for it to be valuable. I think the times they are changing. Shit, what did the birds say that? Yeah. Magic, Pokemon, all TCGs are going through a weird time with the digitization of so many games. It's definitely changing a whole lot. I mean, like I said, I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3, which is Dungeons and Dragons, but on the computer. And to be able to take something that has always been a very physical based role-playing game. I mean, even if you weren't doing miniatures, you still had pen and paper, you were rolling dice, you're using your imagination, but at the same time, you've got your character sheet, you've got your pen, your paper, you're taking all these notes, you're doing all these things. And to be able to move that onto a digital platform. And we saw the same thing with Arena. As much as people fucking hate Arena, it is a huge step forward as far as MTGO, Mount Go. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it. Magic Online, right? Magic Online is a great middle ground of having value in your digital product because you have like ticks and you own the card, even though it's a digital thing. You have the asset itself. And you can buy, sell, trade, and even fucking rent on Magic the Gathering Online. Now, Arena is a different. It's the kiddie pool. It's the shallow zone in a fucking pool, right? Magic Arena is that little warm section that definitely smells like child piss. It's only 3 feet deep. You can barely get your feet wet in it. It's real swampy, and you don't get to do the things you really want to do, but it's a great intro. And I think that's why when you buy a Magic product, especially like a starter thing, they say go learn online, go to Magic Arena, play there, learn there, go fight against Sparky and shit. They don't put those cool little packs like they used to in the old starter decks where you learn to play Magic. Whereas if you want to get into the deeper end, if you want the buy, sell, trade, collectible side of it, the really customizable end of it, you got to go into the deeper end of the pool with Magic Arena, not Magic Arena, with Magic Online. And then if you really want the true experience, you get out the fucking, pool, you get away from all the chlorine smell, you go play in the woods, and you get a real experience with your pod. It is the 90s again. Yeah, dude. Like, so I started playing Magic, let's see, it was probably 2003, yeah, give or take. So I wasn't around for the real dry spell of the late 90s when Magic the Gathering was in a terrible situation. I was there for like Mirrodin, Fifth Dawn, that kind of block. And it definitely didn't feel like everything was thriving. It was, the 10th anniversary coming up, and there was a celebration. I still have like a handbag. So this is a sidetrack story, but back when I was a kid, school got out, right? I think it was on a Wednesday, and I was in the Boy Scouts, and we went on a trip to Martha's Vineyard, right, for a bicycle trip. I'd never done anything like that. I grew up so fucking poor that just like, oh man, I get to, go to Martha's Vineyard. This is wild. So I borrowed another person's bike because I didn't have a decent bike, right? Get there, instantly fall over, break my fucking wrist. Oh man. Hey, what up, time capsule? Yeah. So that's how I ended up learning to play Magic, was because I broke my wrist on a fucking trip. And I didn't have anything else to do, because it's not like they were going to bring me all the way back, right? I'm not going to take the ferry and then, go home. I'm fucking 12, 13 years old at this point or something, right? So I just like hung around at camp and shit. And then just, they were, the other kids, some of the other scouts had Magic cards, and I was like, well, I gotta do something. It's not like I brought a book or anything. So learn to play Magic. They had a local game store on the island there. Yeah, same thing, Hillbilly. Hello, thank you everybody for joining me. Doing a solo show tonight. Think Bob's either entertained in a separate way. I know he's been really tasked with family stuff. He's the patriarch of his family, so he's got a lot going on. And I think Matt said he has like some birthday party or something. He's had it on the schedule for us for a couple of weeks, so that's not surprising. Thank you everybody for joining though. Really a pleasure to get to chat with everybody here, and just catch up for a while, let you know I made it. Little worse for the wear, but had a phenomenal time, and really fucking surprised at how pricey some of these promos are. I mean, even on the low end, if I were to sell off just the Mickey Mouse promos and the Star Wars ones, I can recoup like 30% of my entire trip just from those. Not even to mention that the creator there, Taylor from Legion's Realms at War, gave me a signed playmat. Yeah. So they weren't able to sell any of their product at the show. They're a Canadian-based company, and they weren't able to get a permit from the state of Indiana to sell at the show. So they could just give shit away. So he was so impressed with Matt and I that we each got a signed playmat, so a promo card, and a pack as well. And we each got a discount code to go online and buy some of their stuff at a reduced rate. So it's almost like we got our first sponsorship or something. We're getting there. Can't believe it, but holy shit, man. We're at like 975, I think, for subscribers. Oh, hey, let me do the fucking thing. Oh yeah, look at that. Only 30 subscribers to 1K. Oh shit. Fucking hit the links below. If you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe the video. If you think your friends would enjoy it as well, please feel free to hit share. Send it to all your Facebook groups, your Instagram hangouts, your X, which is what the fuck is Elon Musk doing? Honestly, dude, Twitter was such a recognizable name. It was such a brand, and to go ahead and just call it X, that's stupid as shit. Where they say it's better to be thought a fool than to open your mouth and prove them wrong. Like it's fucking whatever. The guy is one of the richest people in the goddamn history of humanity. Probably will be for years and years to come. So I must be the idiot. I'm the dude that rents the apartment, not the homeowner. So fuck me, right? Now, right, in the words of my ex-wife, fuck you, Pat. So things been going great. Really happy when I got home. It was almost 11 o'clock at night. Nice to just melt into my chair, lay down in my bed with all my comfy blankets, my plethora of pillows, my giant mountain of fluffiness. LOL, I'm a X at you later. Yeah, like what the fuck that's so dumb. It I just don't get why you would rebrand from Twitter to X. Like, I can kind of get why Mark Zuckerberg did that with Facebook, why they went from Facebook to Meta. Um, it had been around for years and years. The name itself, Facebook, had become synonymous with an older style of social media. They wanted to rebrand so that they could become more modern, so that they could update their public persona, so they could be newer and hipper, right? Along with that, they were actually changing what they were doing. They went from just, hey, we're a social media based company. We buy out instead of innovate other smaller companies. And we just go ahead and keep churning along with that. When they rebranded over to Meta, they were actually producing physical products, are producing physical products. I myself had an Oculus Quest 2, one of the best purchases at the time that I had. Phenomenal product. I'm really looking forward to the 3. It's super fucking fun. VR is awesome, right? And Meta, I get that. But as far as Twitter going to X, I don't fucking get that, right? Coming home to my teddy bear. Actually, do I still have a teddy bear here? I think I have something. Hold on, let me see. I might. Hold on. Do I? Yeah. No. 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 Sorry. No teddy bear. There's a fuck doll, but no teddy bear. Yeah. Oh man, I was having a conversation with my coworkers about that the other day. All right. It's just me, so I can say whatever the fuck I want. I mean, it's me and you guys, but Bob's not here to poo-poo on me being dumb. Right? All right. Ladies can have dildos, right? Ladies, you're allowed to have sex toys, and we don't think much of it. You know, you can have your dirty little sex chest, you know, of all the things that go buzz, buzz, bzz, bzz, and zer, zer, right? All the battery operated family marital devices, right? But if a guy gets a sex toy, it is the most disgusting thing in the world, right? It has the weirdest like intonations to it. If a dude gets a pocket pussy, you're just not allowed to be that guy, right? You're a fucking creepo. But ladies, you can do all that shit. It's a fucking double standard, and I'm not cool with it. That was the conversation we had. Man, Katie, thank you for opening my eyes to that. I never thought of it that way, and I still think it would be creepy if I got something like that. But yeah, no, it's you get the fuck out of here, right? Aside from that, what we got from Superface Tortoise here? Face blue, smiling face, purple, crying face, agonized. Oh, it's a bunch of fucking emojis. Oh, cool. Well, let's see. What else did I get at the event there? I got a couple of other promos for the fuck was it? One Piece. I never watched the show. I got like 2 or 3 episodes in. I realized that they have like 1,000 episodes of the anime One Piece, and I just can't fucking hold on to it. It seems really weird looking too. Just not my kind of taste. But they did have some cool promos and giveaways. Let me grab some of that shit, right? Okay. Okay. Bear with me here. Bear with me. So, yeah. Okay. Is it backwards? Of course it's fucking backwards. Why wouldn't it be? This is my life. This is always how this works. It looks right for me. Flip, horizontal. Yeah, that's the stuff. Yeah, there we go. So, what do we got? That is Dragon Ball Z, the card game. It's a fucking Broly. You got Digimon, the card game, because that's apparently still a thing. One Piece. You got that fucking Luffy or something. Hey, what up, Twiddler? Just showing off some of the cool promos I got. Along with that is Battle Spirits Saga. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and then while we were at that same booth, they gave me everything you need to do Battle Spirit Saga. So there's a deck, a whole bunch of counters and shit, and like a play mat in there. Pretty cool. All that was for funny enough, all you had to do was scan a QR code on your fucking phone and then fill out a survey. Probably took 60 seconds, and then you get, free shit like that. And those promos sell for 10, 20 bucks a piece on some of them. Just fucking wild. On that same note, like I was saying, I got some of these Grand Archive Supporter Pack Volume 1. Picked up 2 of these. They're 30 bucks a piece. And from what I was reading, what the dude said at the booth was that it's 8 packs that have like 5 cards in them. And you can get some like super rare ones that go for hundreds. Let's go ahead, fucking pull up TCG Player, right? Let's do the thing. I'm still a fucking YouTuber, right? Let's present, share screen. Got to select a different one. Trusted marketplace. Boom! Check that out. Look at that. We're doing the fucking thing, huh? Fucking Fate Grand Archive. Let's just do support pack. Hey, supporter 1 box. There you go. Yeah, it's this thing. Consists of 8 packs. Wow, you're super fucking helpful. Sort by price, high to low. And see what I'm fucking saying, though. There's 2 of them, 4 listings, 8 listings. Holy shit. Let's check these out. Wow. Okay. How's this look? Okay. It looks interesting. It's not like super sexed up either, which is always an issue with like new TCGs. They push that shit way past my comfortable level. Yeah, see, this is right on the fucking level. Yeah, you're right there on the line. This is the latest sales. Fucking. Oh, actually, was there a sale on this guy? This gal? Holy shit, there was. There's not many of them for sale, but somebody fucking bought one a month ago. Same thing. It was a month ago, but somebody paid $1,300 for it. Fucking wild. Can't believe that shit. Just ridiculous. Let's see. And then, actually, I think there was another one. For some fucking reason, TCG Player, you sort by like price, and it just doesn't always work. Because here's 2 more that are different. And it just didn't want to see them. Nobody's bought one of these. Nobody gives a shit, apparently. Same thing here. And these are difficult to get, the boxes themselves, because these are only sold at conventions. So he said, the guy that was working the booth at Grand Archive there, that they only sell them a couple of times a year. And they're not exactly cheap. It was 30 bucks. So it's not like it's expensive either. I mean, 30 bucks is kind of fucking cheap too if you get 8 packs. I'm like 9 o'clock, 7 o'clock throwing goblins. I don't get it. I'm also dumb, so it doesn't make, doesn't take too much for me not to get stuff. Oh, then let me grab those other ones there. And like I said, got a couple other things. Also, in Jesus. Not like he's gonna help me with all the times I curse him out. We got to do a lot of events, just some like freebie pickup stuff, which was really interesting. I only signed up, was the only person that signed up for anything, actually. I signed up for one event. It was for the Boss Monster, and it was so fucking busy that it took me over a half hour to travel inside the convention center that I didn't make the event. I was like 15 minutes late, and it was the only time they were running it the whole fucking weekend. So whatever. I honestly didn't give a shit about missing it because I just started having fun doing other stuff. Got to play Pathfinder. Yeah, there's a Pathfinder remastered apparently coming out. It's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, except it's people refer to it as Math Finder for some fucking reason. It's definitely more number based, pretty interesting, actually. You can really customize your character a lot. So you can make them just how you want. I guess the leveling up, you can specifically put your points in wherever you want, and you get them more frequently. You also have like a different action economy. It was pretty fun. Yeah. So, like I said, if you ended up buying anything at the Disney booth, if you bought anything at the Disney booth, you'd end up getting a Mickey Mouse promo. So I ended up picking up one of these Gen Con exclusive puzzles. Yeah. It's even got the old Gen Con branding down there. It's Gold Dragon or some shit. I don't give a fuck about puzzles. One of my buddies loves them, and he actually already talked to me about it. He's like, "Hey man, let me snag that off you. I'll hook you up." So that's already spoken for. I was able to get Dungeon Crawl Classics, a role-playing game, free handout thing. It's actually pretty cool looking. Got some like interesting artwork and stuff, some old style stuff. I'll probably not use it for playing an actual RPG. I'll use it as a coloring book. It's got some really like perfect for coloring. It's got just I'm gonna go fucking find some cool yeah artwork like this, where it's just very empty, so you're able to go in and just dick around. I don't know, something to do when I get really stoned. And I got a Minecraft game, like a fucking Minecraft board game. Ooh, since it's got a green background, you can see through it. A Minecraft family game. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. So for that, I was able to get 3 of these fucking Mickey Mouse Lorcana promos. Yeah, these things are pretty sweet. I don't really care about Lorcana all too much as far as the game itself. From even the gameplay I've seen of it from when I was there, not super impressed with it. It's just the collectability, the investability, the financial side of it. So I'm just glad I got those so I can fucking sell them later. Speaking of things I'm just gonna sell later, I also got fucking 3 sets of these Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader cards for Star Wars Unlimited. So the game itself hasn't come out yet. It comes out next year, but these are like your almost like commanders, kind of like that, and they have a front and back side. Yeah, Matt and I did that event. It's so you just sit down, you can just get in line, right? They do them timed events like every hour or so, and they always had extra spots. So once they get everybody seated that was signed up for it, that had tickets, you just say, "Hey, I want to do it too." They always had spots, so you sit down and you play. They give you up to an hour, and you can play as much as you want. But if you finish a game, at least one game, you can just get up, leave, get your promo cards, and then the next time you can come back and do it again. So we could have done it bunches and bunches of times. And actually, I should have done that for the Mickey Mouse cards. The last day we were there, I asked straight up, like, if I just keep coming back through, can I do that? And I would have if I had more space in my fucking luggage. I mean, honestly, I should have just done that like 20 fucking times, and I would have just made so much money. Because you spend $25 and you get a card that's worth, I mean, they're selling for $100 even, like just all day long. So $75 profit. Let's say $60 profit on each one because of the fucking fees and shit. Do that 10 times. Holy shit. Like, fucking A. Like that's the trick. That's the absolute fucking trick. So definitely going to be doing a lot more of these conventions. Going to definitely figure out better travel or just do stuff here in the Northeast. Because, I mean, Boston's literally day trip. New York's a couple hours away. Fucking Connecticut, Jersey, do all that shit. Philadelphia, I fucking A. So, like I said, got to meet and just go to all these different booths and stuff. Got a pack of something called Nostalgics. Yeah. Haven't opened it. Wasn't really super impressed with the game itself, but it's cool to just get a free booster pack. Star Realms, got an Interceptor card. and Hero Realms, a deck building game. Oh, okay. So this is the one. So Bob actually picked up this game while we were there. He said he had played it before. He clearly had. He like knew what he was doing. This was a really fun game. So as you're playing a game, it's a deck building game. I had never really played one before. It was so fucking fun. I gotta say, that was a blast. Check that out. It's called Hero Realms. Really fun. So it costs 5 to buy this guy, right? And for 2 coin, you can like tap and do a thing. And you get money, like coins, throughout the game to be able to buy new cards to put in your deck. It's a deck building game. Pretty interesting concept, and it was just super lively, really fun. And they have a bunch of different expansions and stuff for it. Seems like a really interesting game. I'd love if my pod, like my group of friends, would be able to get into it. And if not, I mean, once they actually rebuild my local gaming store, sorry, Brad. Once they rebuild my local gaming store, it'll be cool to go down there and hopefully play that. Fucking A. And like I said, I got a really sweet promo for this game, Legions Realms at War. Yep. So fucking bombastic artwork, right? Man, and it shines like a motherfucker in person. Yeah, it's like making my background go all blurry and stuff. Yeah, really cool card. Seems pretty powerful too, from what I understand. And it even says, so he gave me a booster pack as well. And it wrote not for sale on it, and I had to like scribble out the barcode thing on the back. Yeah. So gonna open up that, probably do a single pack opening for it. And then also, as I mentioned, I ordered some of it. Ordered a booster box. They have 2 starter deck thing that comes together. They have a couple of different versions of those. So it's 2 starter decks. I think it comes with a play mat, like a little paper one, but I got the big fucking fancy one. Thanks again, Taylor. So 2 starter decks, a booster box, and then like a small collectible type box. Matt, he said when he got his, they threw a whole bunch of like extra shit in there, like a bunch of freebies and promos and stuff. So seems like a really interesting community. Jumped on their Discord and they're super lively. There's a whole buy, sell, trade section. There's a lot of people that are doing different deck building stuff. Very dedicated community. And I think they're on their 5th set now. So really interesting. Looking forward to talking with Taylor and Paul about that stuff. Really personable, knowledgeable, really interesting the way that they're handling the game. Otherwise, let's see. Oh, yeah. And also, fucking Grand Archive gave both Matt and I starter decks. So everything you need, free Fire and Wind decks, like everything you need to kind of get started. Yeah, super cool. Lots of promos, giveaways. And honestly, if we were more attentive at going to events and stuff, easily this whole trip could have paid for itself over. Yeah, no joke. I mean, even just those fucking Mickey Mouse cards. If I kept doing that, if I had the time, right, should have just bought a bunch of those fucking puzzles over and over and over. Just go through the line, do that 20 times, 30 times, as much as I could fucking handle financially, right? It really, really. And then just go to the fucking UPS store or FedEx store or whatever and just ship them all back home, right? Because the puzzles themselves are selling for face value. They go to 20 to 30 bucks each, right? And that's what you fucking pay for them, is like $26.42 after taxes. And then just pay for the whole fucking trip that way. That would have been slick. Should have done that, man, next time, because there are all sorts of other events and stuff coming up. Speaking of other events coming up, Mr. DJ Longhair, yeah, that's right, Russ is actually running a thing. I forget exactly what he's calling it. Super duper pack battle, loaded pipers, some such thing like that. I know he had some older packs that he was selling at a pretty fair price. So if you guys are interested in that, go and check out Mr. DJ Longhair. And go ahead and try and pull up the Majigger whatchamacallit, a motherfucking link. God, it's like I should know these words. Mr. DJ Longhair. And I got to meet up with that guy soon. Man, I hope he's able to do that. I mean, fucking California is so far away from here though. It's going to be difficult for either of us to make that shit happen. Bazinga. Yeah, so check out that link. Go and see Mr. DJ Longhair's stream. He should actually be starting here pretty soon. It does say 8 o'clock. So hopefully you are going to have a great time over there. Hopefully you get something, support Russ, and maybe I'll see you there. Maybe I get right back into Baldur's Gate 3. Not surprising. I definitely have been just enjoying the shit out of it. I started doing a ranger class, and you get so many extra fucking attacks. Right now, at the beginning of every encounter, I get a free attack. I get my regular attack, and then I get my free second attack. Man, these bows, I'm just doing so much fucking damage. It is absolutely unbelievable. Things that have been unbelievable are you guys and gals out there. Your support has been able to grow this channel to where it is now. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here with us as we go forward. I know Bob and Matt aren't really big into like giveaways or freebies or any of that shit, but I really want to do something for when we hit 1K. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Until next time, I've been Pat, formerly Pat the Pauper, where they say currently Pat the Prince, going to be future Pat the King, something like that. Either way, this has been Pure MTG. This has been Cardboard Conversations. Thank you all for being here tonight, and we'll see you again next week. Y'all take care, okay?